Everybody, I want to hear you. Let's go. Come on.
Scholarship, advocacy, public service. More than that, his career reflects a particular understanding of the law, not only as a profession, but also as a discipline that demands rigor, independence, and judgment. That is important because the law does not sustain itself. Constitutions do not enforce themselves. Institutions do not operate in a vacuum. They depend on the kinds of people willing to test arguments, question assumptions, and when necessary, stand their ground for the greater good of society. This is where the legal profession comes in. Its role is to interpret the law and in the process ensure that power is exercised within limits, consistently, and in the best interest of the nation. Mr. Chikata's work directly illustrates that responsibility. Over the years, he has engaged difficult questions, sharpened legal debate, and insisted on reasoning grounded in principle. I think this deserves an applause. Thank you very much. In doing so, he has influenced not only outcomes, but the quality of legal thinking itself. Today's recognition is therefore not only about an individual career, it is equally about the standards we choose to uphold as a country. And that is why I commend the UPSA Law School for that choice. Universities advance research and scholarship, but they also set expectations and create standards. By recognizing work of this kind, they signal to the next generation what serious legal practice looks like. To the students here, therefore, the lessons are straightforward. The law requires discipline. It requires courage. And it requires a sense of purpose. It will demand that you keep learning even when you feel knowledgeable. Even when you defend principles, when it is inconvenient to do so. It demands that you use your knowledge in the service of society. And my dear students, these are not abstract ideals. They are practical obligations. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, Ghana's constitutional project is ongoing. Our institutions continue to evolve, and their direction depends in no small part on the quality of the minds who engage with them. In honoring Mr. Chikata, we recognize a body of work that has contributed to that process, and we reaffirm the importance of maintaining high standards in the practice of law. I extend my warmest congratulations to you, Mr. Chikata, on this well-deserved recognition. Congratulations. And so, ladies and gentlemen, all of us, please join me to especially congratulate Mr. Chikata for bringing all of us to this position. And I know he'll lead us even further on. Again, congratulations.
I found it sad during the election petition following the December 2020 presidential election that the expression unanimous FC became the name of our Supreme Court. The challenge to the declaration of results formally announced on 8th June 2020 by the chairperson of the Electoral Commission required a fair and just adjudication. It was not in dispute that the figures of the outcome of the election that were announced by the chairperson of the Electoral Commission were corrected in a press release by the public relations officer of the Electoral Commission. Subsequently, the figures that were presented in response to the petition by the Electoral Commission, the returning officer, the chairperson of the Electoral Commission, even though she had deposed to an affidavit verifying the answer of the Electoral Commission and was supposed to testify, did not testify to present the authoritative final figures, much less explain the ever-changing figures from the Commission. To this day, therefore, the country has no definitive accounting for the 2020 presidential election. In the face of evidence of her failure even to be in attendance at the process in the collation center at the EC head office, the declaration of results that she made was even more problematic. Unanimous FC was the verdict of the people on the proceedings in the Supreme Court, which shielded the returning officer from accounting to the people of Ghana. The negative reaction of ordinary people to the appearance of judges to participate in the swearing-in of the new president on 7 January 2025 was an unfortunate reflection of the people's attitude to the unanimous FC. I may also say that from the point of view of President Mahama, whose election petition was dismissed by the unanimous FC, vindication came comprehensively in December 2024. What he could not have done with the hanged parliament after the 2020 election, he now has a chance to do decisively with a supermajority in parliament. This vindication, however, comes with a heavy weight of responsibility and expectation, which I believe the president is conscious of.
For and we are back again in the studios today. Ghana News TV. Why wouldn't say we sit down, we come your way with an engaging and interesting political conversations, and this is what we are about to do today. To different from all the other Thursdays. We are back again with another topic, another vibe. new set of people to have this engagement. Inti enumerate Emma Wajo any akwaba aba no criminal live on Today Ghana News TV. Na me amidi jumedi midin Lawrence Apieni. Yabo awodi frame nana so mejo so. Me awon wa bibre se nre wabeka yensa na mu ina mwaje bre abetina se NDC and NPP. Ye share say ya na ye Ghana ho adwendwen. It's for the love of the country and also service to God. Nti dia ebe kan wan na ebe wa han na no. Ye hwese ni na ebe shape the development of our dear nation Ghana. Nti Mr. Kameho ne numre bibia wo bia no for adwentre ebe kan ye die hu ewo dwumedia ye die mu na bibia ntimi nkoye mam ema ye yina na mefa akonya we so ada ye mpanifo ase. We are still in our 5th year celebration nti yes so your interesting programs cried bro, and I can tell say all our programs now have resumed and you are really enjoying it. Better must be. And remember, we are about to delve deeper into some conversations, but before then, my main guy will say, we are streaming live on a lot of the platforms. We are live on the Twitch, which is on the satellite. We set your Facebook, YouTube, LinkedIn, so ube huye dia obebo Today Ghana News TV ube say abeto na fe wunya kwan ahwe dwumedi ni ana we TV na nso agentre bia wo bia ho de account Hein FM wa Achimhima 93.5 sabre so yedem we associate channels omo boy my dwumedi ni ekwekyire ene nkan emamo 93.5 Hein FM in Achimhima sa nso na Kings Radio wa Accra Jamframa TV no Uti region Rara Sekina Information Center, totally Northern Ghana. Samri no yedem loud and clear hono. Adeleman Community Information Center so sa won kwanta. Johnson Fans TV wa flow onu so. Yaji wo ina afa. Enu Thursday day. We are live everywhere. We are loud everywhere. It means so about say you streaming live on Facebook or any other streaming platform you can make sure say also we share phone so na machine so share button no wa share bi na wa like bi o de comment abeto ase beji bre na ya kama se we share de tell say wunu no we chire no wo dofo bi no we chire no sunya akwanya de ne de ebeka ho na yidi dwumedi ne bom ntim srew se we beto say you streaming live on any of our platforms na don't just walk away, make sure you share, you like and you drop your comment. So and then penifo atena say na nkomo no extraordinary ntime se bre kra no mamenko na memfa nsama ekopim ewo ye front page of the Evening Tribune news carton from na unu front Evening Tribune news carton de ne bonya de nkra Ghana hanso de nsama ekotiri ekwa anafo ekwa enifo na eho na capture wo na anu ye reporting nsama e no krankwa antrobi anim say blue and blue, red and red sabe penalty. And these are some of the things that make it way to our front page. Ghana shows resilience amid global shock. World Bank backs energy sector reforms. So yes, you know, she is kasem so ura to forcing and oni Bruni Coco kama. World Bank representative no or down let's say papa ibo eduma pa say the World Bank etimi recognizing the ejumani ade na ejuma obokom na say unim onfanofo Sansona Michael Zink backs government over Damai mine decision and also na born no but onye we kwan na newspaper but these are some of the things that may make it way to the front page. Go grab a copy of the Evening Tribune newspaper no just 2 cedis 50 pesos be no kindly and abreast yourself with the current happenings in our political cycles. And Mr. Mo, Madam I say, Samuel no me person me fa room beyond makeup na me wia Francis consult so message kakama me ko twa me ho ba afi me introduce me penifo na ye dwumedie no asha say Mr. you try your musima ba nko be atwen.
Welcome to Beyond Makeup, where beauty and confidence are taken to a whole new level. Here, we pamper and take care of you like royalty. Enjoy our gentle waxing, refreshing facials, and soothing massages that melt away stress and leave your skin glowing. We also offer professional makeup services, manicures, pedicures, durable nail extensions, and perfectly sculpted ombre brows. We give you the most perfect soft lashes that highlight your natural beauty. At Beyond Makeup, every visit is more than just a service. It's an experience of care, elegance, and transformation. Locate us at Chado Last Stop or call us on 0559 933 505 or 0506 474 911. Follow us on Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram. Beyond Makeup, your journey to wellness starts here.
Oh, say yay! The African Arts, Food, Music and Culture Festival, Armenia 2026. Society, Yapa Huntim of Francis Consuls, Eto Esa Afro Esbitesa, Ewa Ghana, any Africa, Sabe showcase creativity, Ewa global stage, so we artists, fashion designer, chef, musician, Anna Empo, cultural entrepreneur, any woman, so what the African young creativity, ever the global stage, Ewa Europe, ya boy ya pomo atuho, ya show registration I say, and it's 2% participating, and now on getting more information there, any other contact in Ewa Humatu so +374 558 508 11 and +233 542 545 815. Following our Facebook, Ope and Sembisa Anna Bibi Piata Efaye Hon. Ubetimi I email and so ewo African Culture Festival 2018 at gmail.com. African Arts, Food, Music and Culture Festival, Armenia 2026, made of way. Africa on display, culture without borders. Yeah, that was it, baby.
Back into the studio, na Madam Wasibim said, Munyabrena, you can't cry on me at Manyan Sama and Wine Baby. That must say. Na Enra, in Eco Pim, Ewashai Sudoku, President Mahama Eco Elonchi, that is the primary free health care. It was a nice show. It was, I mean, it's a good program. And I feel it's going to go a long way to benefit people at more remote areas. And also, in a way, it's going to create employment because we have most of our health practitioners or move here as I'm to me imposed to your more. And I feel a program like this will also, I mean, get them involved, engage them, and at least they will start working. So I congratulate the president and the Ministry of Health for such an initiative. Mudiaba, it's a good program. Kudos. And I could more president. It was a beautiful program. Now, yes, no. I've got my penny for and then no mobili jumano ewo studio. Samuel not nase. Now, opening Said Sabato North NDC North London Communication Officer. Opening Mawaju, you who watch it. Opening question. But I'm checking opening mic, mommy. As opening mic no off kakram, I'm checking mommy. I'm checking mommy. Sounds so na regular. Dr. Masood Abongo, chairman for the NPP Russia branch. As usual, or studio Hanum. And then Wednesday, so said what if we na mama kwandra nkasanga sa openi michiao.
Yeah, Mitchell Lawrence.
Mama waju. Any akaba.
Yeah. Patona. Ni mamboko na onso ye.
Oh, nyame adum bibi aboko.
Yeah, da nyame ase. Ade achi ebio. Yeah, besum ye man. Besum ye man yi. But now so Lawrence and me who ade who say NDC for more passes biaba. Ma who say trend pa buses munun ma who say omu pushi minu say na big push na a trend pa say o kwan mu ne yen fato kwan so say omu pushi so minu say o hu
Sebas no so nte big bus nte omu pushi
minu say NDC big push nintia na bus aye dey aba yen ko kwan so kra na e pushi dey e big push dey we push omo ye bobo omo pa ma me fa wi enchia otiefo bibi mo bia mechia omo na masa this opportunity to chia NPP Russian branch omo ya de and diaspora branch and I say the external branch NPP can external branch there was about 31 say if between 30 to 31 external branches of NPP mechia mi na bibi mo bia ehwe bia mechia mi na the Lawrence Adiachi ebe sum Ghana ya shase ndem minasi
Bebe. Openi Endra program aye president lanchi ye no. Aha, openi sabatu so aba. Mamenyi ni nchia openi akwaba. Openi Mikey. We check mami.
Osi another program of president lanchi ye no.
Mamenyi openi sabatu. Oh, ne Mike.
I say we mute. We mute no.
Mike no so we mute ya. Who mute ya yenhwe.
Man, yeah, Lawrence.
Yes, mamenyi wa drink chair Endra program aye president.
Oh, another program ne mi de ma huhie. Ne mi huye ni say.
Una boka no kre.
Debi o, ne mi huye ni say. Ma hu say o ma kra. Say Sushan box o. Prague o. Bobo ya o. Mi hu adekro mi ni adekro o ma kra ba. Say na hu say ade na mo kra ba ye no. Say ambulance o. Bobo ya o. Prague o. Me who had to say. Now this is the government. This is the government. Almost on me ban Foxy. Toyota Foxy buses. Almost on me ban for public as a public transport. No, wako crack. Wako crack way. Prague all the way health workers. Are they NDC?
Foxy they overspeed. Speed. I think the open is about so. Sabato the general, Pato Aquaba, did you say Mike near fix it?
Hello, I feel the ultimate can.
Bibia dem clear.
Sir, Russia, we were 2 messages, crack. About to me, so. Me line also. I won't go my dude, and yes, I don't know. Only Mishia, you Mishia, or so to me, pay ways and means to be a hacker system or hacker system, no said they be and make a sa at TF1. Yes, so doctor, and some no ya near honor, Nini Aberman and a key, Michia will be a Michia at TF or wherever they are, meaning say, or my femme, and yeah, Buapaye, a Juman kitten kitchen, I see a quenchina, or Monty and Cana, they are. You see, I yaba. Michelle was a check once in a month, no better than KB Aminu. It will show.
The whole chair.
Yana and some panukutaye. Yana Ghana 40 year. Yana Yabekasa Ghana 40 year. Yana and some panukutaye. I'll see it to me back. Now,
I'll say to you one CD. You want to one CD.
I buy Papa Bay Air Cosso. Even though say there is a war going on. Send that who ended that you statement are by the buyer. And buy a year or no net.
And you want to see Ghana and 2 bomb. And then they say what is going on.
I buy not drop will be I'm a full process. I said, "Beya, Tima Mufuamu, Ebertom." When a year, a mamu, when a year leadership, And yes, sir, NDC ni bianca no baby. I say Russia-Ukraine war ambada. Ebaye anase COVID ambada. Ebaye nemum. It turned out to be a leadership show. And on a bar, what should I say? Ampa, me you were free, midway, because I had not to move for my
light bill, energy or water bill, my Ghanaians.
All those war papa, where you war papa, air cosono. Globally, yes, still our currency is still fighting the dollar. Fuel prices are still the lowest. Abro best 8 years. A been see that when they are friend about papa, when they leadership, Embraso said, me and a care was here back near Becca, Abako Semene, and some papa air coso, Embra John Dramani Mohammed, dear name, Nana, Jane, Edinachi. Now you want doctor cancel at 247. Elbow is sick at home by no. I was said, Thomas was I was here to me.
Omu the teachers work out. Omu the teachers work out. Omu the teachers work out. So mama the teachers work out. How do you wish teachers work out? Omu the teachers work out. Omu tio work out.
It's always fun to be here. And
thank you. And I'm glad. And let me appreciate this from Ghana to today. You have been so helpful, especially Meda me contest for Deputy Communication UK and Ireland. They have been there for me. They have been so supportive. They be our mommy or more mame platform. A post to me. Mame flyer near the other. Thank you so much for you and your crew. May the BBC the Ghana today for us a power.
But I said, I say, opening set, we did a chairman minimum san comes in and our summa, opening a and then in some baby, why I shall not pay and in some be said, yeah, quality. You hear say, in a bit studio nature during the first on my table has got to do with the high cost stripping OSP from its prosecutor powers. Na asem we no acquire say and that impenifu atena say there mesre. First of all no I just want you to have a brief background or let me say I want to give a quick education on the OSP's case. But then no o de maminji opening Sabato opinion on this. Now I say now this particular judgment from the court has got people talking. The amount for I can say we've paid huge sums of money to the office of the OSP, thinking that corruption cases away now will get results, people will be prosecuted, and up to now, no, they are more in and so therefore it is important to even scrap that office of since powers now or Attorney General even has more powers to do that. And even if he has to continue with his work in the company, there are some cases he can't do without getting approval from the Attorney General. Opening assembly from where you sit, how do you also address it?
Yo, mini anana ke, but me, any sasem we say and free on man sana, my address this issue no. Since newer to be as me, newer to be as this year. Na newer to be as NDC, so me can't be pa. Na and saying Honorable Adams Abdusalam, uko newer to be as a township or fat on himself, or free Wi-Fi. Na free Wi-Fi also a pass over 3 months in. We share areas in the from our lorry station, baby a community center, then a hospital, and so free Wi-Fi or in Zongo hall, baby to say Parliament or Methodist school on one, Ediko free Wi-Fi or yet rise north, south, west, east, you bet me making sure say most areas, free Wi-Fi, baby, obia, and could be a day, be old Jessica. Infanto data in use no bit me across our area or a connect to the phone. And my message being a person sending across at me easy and accessibility. And you know, the MP Honorable Abdusalam is trying so hard. Said the Beya Tima Mufono in the community for no ebehu the willing of the MP. Said the beya. Me no kasa so MP no ankasa wafa to no so a waje office SCC ho kama oba amanani ha UK ha o matu ni din surgery. I to say only MP ebenya nkutahudie. Enti MP aye ne say every Monday and Friday he will be available to the office ho. Enti wa wo bibia wo pese wo ne wo MP hia no. Eno ane say e walk in. So wo friend the secretary for no omo ho Francis any mako ebuku appointment. That's fine also. But you can just walk in, now we follow the queue no. Edru so a obenya MP na won so wa asema ehia no. Ehia wo no wetimi ai den. E dia to MP and mem say oya de amanone kind of star no be no e dia ba ni we dubia say am free say no so e be boapa, and that's one thing so I don't so e koso a me person me fa we platform yi so na ni we dubia say for o mutie na o monte ye no emra so say unya akonya Mondays and Friday uko uni we dubia say MP ho uko ni office. That office now has been there. It's just been there just for the communities, and so there be various areas and obi abetimi anante one and one because come as actually MP na obetimi ne wa ono so atimi ne wa yeden akasa wo hawa wo no MP atimi ano to ato na se eyade a oboa wo na be ya se oboa wo na na echina na da yentimi mboa wo nda na se echina ye be hye wo merepa na wo de yeden na wo de aba lastly eye yekromu me say ya kwan wo sense abai da na ntimi anye akwan no ama yentino about the bed in my but Michelle say a den as akwan no ye begugu so quota because we are the only people here NDC near baba nwa yes I no mani 90 Michelle ni we dubia say NDC for but say whatever it is no omun continue no munye my papa abai ba ye nipa bebre na kasa say ye nya appointment enye ye ni na eni ebenya bi but say wa abai no ho dia ani da so wo ho sense minya obi a oka kire me say Sabato na wo ye campaign since when NDC for by your mama appointment nipa no ye MPP ni obesere nam say na ye ya ba 1.5 ni ye minya bibi a wo sere me wo 8 years me ne wa kwa afidie so kontokwa people when nya hwe included baba Amando ya endo da chi na no akopa ye de chi ni ye debate e wo one of the radio stations no so enti omuni na aka hu bi but memu abamumbu emerepa wo ye wa ban mu a ye da so koso a ye no ma papa yi Ghana for be waso ebe hwe so no ma reward ye enti de wo ye bia ne ye memo obi ndisivu say ba ye no baby awo no ehwa na wo there is opportunity for everybody mini abema me da say na me end ho na me nko wasem na obusam ne so special prosecutor office officer me maka ho asem wo wafidie yi so saatem kra na wunyamba as a host omo ho no omo bo me a ombete de me kan enya officer ma support to even one day kra me hu ne say a waste of our resources ehu hia kra say ukọ Ghana ye wo yoko ye wo BNI ye wo police ye wo other investigation bodies bebre ewo ho included the Attorney General, the only constitution amane kwan ukọ Ghana ye constitution no MPC ni wan na no only Attorney General enko de oka Ghana ye constitution ho say one new minister bia kura na president bi betimi abobaka say oni finance minister oni hwe emarante no na mum Attorney General de must a sha 80 sa position no position a emra no na ma ho kwan na ye wa Attorney General wo ho I will supervise all this criminality, financial implication. Why do we then say you create a special prosecutor office? Fine enough. Fani say a baba boy any corruption. Na mi ni abema wenima 8 years down the line about that the trade almost di another 1 year. Omukwa di almost like 10 years since that office has been created. No, chirame. Emfaso de Ghana yenya so yafa de oye leader ye woni deputy ye woni lawyers for aya haya aka ho ansa na ne office no and no me wokwa omu use a Ghana netuaka. Thinking say we will benefit from it. Thinking say ebema Ghana fo bebre abo hu say yenya aban eno ma yemfa yensambom na utie public account committee since barely like 3 years down the line eba na utie bia say ubesu. You may think in say ye need our office no ho, and that office has been very weak because already a government appointee and to we be na buying it da clearly ultimate survival, and we saw it during those time of Nana Akufo-Addo on a Martin Amidu case. So for me, dear, I'm not in support of that office, and I am a desa obi kwa challenge say one tears here says sa special prosecutor no or mutimi prosecute nipa timi straight away timi do obi court abra attorney general enim ho hwe enti a good move and nipa ne ye no na me ne court no nso ya adwene say it has been one of my wishes say that office need to be abolished. There's no need of it. We cannot continue to generate a lot of resources into that office without benefiting. So how then do we create such office with a huge amount? Na kusia jabin use bulletproof cars or other resources benefit on any deputies and any lawyers are on high or more. Na yenya resource will be in free heart. And then abolishes our office. That office need to be abolished from today going. Simple because it is not in effect. That office has no effect since it was created. Because say a Juma was a oyeno won't timin yet. Enti ayamede a was attorney general to Nancy from Bibia na what Ghana no a attorney general say in terms of a buying Gina Yenia or no reto to a buying and some in terms of legal issues. A attorney general. Like I did mention, there will be other different institutions or investigation bodies, Yoko and Co. Our most 20 special prosecutor office. To me, it's high time. I was say abolition. That's a sikana a cohono. Ye timid ko baby de cosopoto. Emma Timamu for me a day. A day at home. Na ye guys our office no any munipa no emu omuni na akọ ehun hia enti na ubusa me no me kofa me kuruma asem de ba first no because ye bibia me against that na wo kra no a wo ye host no na case me busa say since that office was created under the leadership of Nana Akufo-Addo no give me 1 or 2 cases who free say na ye good yetimi awini ama edi ehun.
In fact, if I should make my candid opinion on this office creation now, I feel it's difficult to even grab somebody corrupting because these people belong to each other. And when the cases get to the office, it's difficult to even prosecute. Now we have the case of Madam Cecilia Dapa hanging.
Thank you.
We have a lot of cases that we all remember, but that is my opinion because you are trying to be my candid opinion on it. But,
yeah, and to be honest, I am at the set, so move way aba. Na court I make a certain stand ever home. Na attorney general and I'm so a baby to an home. And until I may say, let's abolish that office. It's not in any helping. It does not help us since it was created. So we cannot continue to pop in money all the time, paying the leaders, recruiting, and etc. Materials are in my office and our office, included the security aspect. Now you bet you every month. Now emfa at the papa be I don't think say we need it anymore. It's high time. I was say we there obi kura boye a create our opportunity na maye. So I buying John Dramani Mahama being the leader, president no. Onjina no so na one fa abolish that office no. Na
Yeah, then a basic cases are now no a special prosecutor so you so
already no sir, already no court to naka say any case is be on hand and you need to go back to the attorney general. The court make it clear on the ruling. Say case is be no and was say court attorney general because he has no those kind of powers in Wodibi. The powers now Kusia Jabin was imposing on him, you know. And no correct. And even Mathieu one commentary be from former deputy attorney general. I know what I say. Omukra no sa asem no. Omu rezi ye. But omu wo ho no u rezi obi beka se o bia office no na wo time no. O person office no beko so. Because they all know say the only constitution we give the attorney general say one on the supervisor all these cases. Eya then a yebenya special prosecutor officer, eya parliament, any criteria. Into me who say what the American say, attorney general there said the Ghana your constitution can say yan to aba yenyi president ne na se for no. Sa no kan wo say president bi aba ade a wuntimi ntwam eya attorney general. All the ministers, you may choose not to choose a ministers. But you may not choose to say who appointed attorney general because constitution is said no matter how it is, you know, attorney general they are mandatory. You need to have attorney general. So clearly, you know, attorney general no a constitution no na my see you know this office and so there a parliament and I amend the any deny day any deny baby and oh yeah but I don't know who oversee a attorney general. Why? So clearly, no, maybe I'm not a lawyer and I'm in Drew Hodum baby. I mean, she had the Drew baby, but clearly, no, the minimum say, Sir office and the buy and I'm found for Subi Ambre. But the boka, Bosumi Subia, you try workers in a car. Into Adia Yam Dimon Fasona, a day. And you Timmy Cosso say, yeah, boka, a dino canon a day. And as I say, into me,
opening that say, Mammy,
office and the now or monko.
Oh, okay. I feel say dog I drop it. Nemo, Mammy for opportunity can be invited dog, but I'm for opportunity for people who don't know no na me mamu the differences between a banu Jumedia, Attorney General, any OSP. So the Attorney General derives its powers directly from the 1992 Constitution, while the OSP is created by an act of Parliament. In the event of conflict, the constitutionally mandated AG prevails. Prosecutorial powers, just say, more power mutimi, the prosecute legal rulings. As of April 2026, we've emphasized that the OSP cannot independently initiate or continue criminal prosecutions without the authority from the Attorney General. Said from April 2026, they can say OSP ain't any prosecution without the approval from the Attorney General. Now, Attorney General authorizing your own team and prosecutions. Now, OSP scope of OSP. The OSP is specialized solely on corruption. The AG covers criminal law, civil litigation, and legal advices to government departments, which means that OSP no adia oye no ano ntimi ma any legal advice bia emma ban no ne dia ne say yedi we ni ba omo a ifili so mo ye corrupt yedi ba omo hwe no person sem na yenya but age no na ejuma nkasa nso be provide legal advice to the government. Now let's look at the similarities for both. As both are tasked with fighting corruption and ensuring public accountability. Prosecution, both have the power to initiate criminal prosecution on behalf of the state, though OSP currently requires an authorization. Let's say, up until now, about this prosecution now, Attorney General won't to me, now OSP won't to me, but from April 2026, OSP any one kind say obey sa obedi sa adwumedi ni biem Now, asset recovery, both are empowered to recover proceeds from criminal activities. I just say, saa tumi no say state assets dey could be baby ni ade no mutimi recover sika, it could be any asset at all. Omo tumi say mutimi recover. Investigate power. Both have authority to investigate suspected wrongdoing. Now let's look at the relationship and recent legal development. Delegated authority, OSP is a specialized agency designed to work on authority of the Attorney General. I said the meeting can change. See how there. So OSP in bedi jumedi biana. I say Attorney General no etimi ama ho kwan. Na opening ma mefa kwan nya wo yusuna mbisa. Say ye share jumedi a ewo Attorney General. Now you share Jumedia. Okay, I think Doc is back on the line. I mean, Doc submission on the OSP. Doc, I don't know if you heard my questions earlier, but
Yeah.
now let me look at your stance on the Attorney General and OSP issue. See, I used it me aji to me if OSP say ma untimi nyeshi aji say Attorney General ma ho kwai.
Lawrence, I'm very sad. I'm very sad because corruption doesn't have colors. And Tinanka Misusu say any institution ever Ghana are fighting corruption. I was say Attorney General cry, it mission on cry, and money 2 million on prosecuted. Because this is a neutral, right, institution. Attorney General only say president nominating, and he should be a member of the political party. In this whole prosecutor will be crana, it can say political persecution. And this is an ideal institution. Nanko say Attorney General crano, and ye bill and Fanco Parliament and pass law. And the OSP, who is neutral, he's not supposed to be a political member, not NPP, not NDC, so that bit more prosecuting. Now more for Buhun. But what do we see? Yes, NDC. This is what they are going through. People who prosecute, who preach oral, people who preach accountability. After they are fighting institutions that are going to fight corruption. And corruption is the number one killer of our democracy. Corruption is the number one killer of our development. Corruption is the number one killer of our progress. Corruption is the number one killer of youth employment. Corruption is the number one killer of our infrastructure development and physical development. Are they the NDC? Attorney General also the special prosecutor and first coin ratio. Oma nye hwe kurana special prosecutor ba ya no. Odi nipa bi muti ebe to social media, edi nipa muti eba internet. Ema nipa bo hu ka say papa we wan hwe yi a ukuto office position na wan yi a wan hwe a na odo abeto social media platform essay with integrity. This is an institution that was say protected. It mo say NDC omo yo hun kuntan so on person almost says our institution but as a NDC they have forgotten about their history. This is a political party. Our founding father rollers 5 cities okun krofo ebu omo corrupt crown afri from a champion edomu ko fares ko kun omo eshutom kun omo say no mo corrupt. This is a political party and then our glorify corruption. This is a political party and then OSP on say almost say no egunu so that they will have free flow so maybe Ghana sika, but don't make that mistake. And mom yes a mistake no. OSP kura ni hono no. Yeah time. Ye chi omu tuwo. Yeah time. You prosecute omu e jeli omu. Yeah time. Ye jeli obi e manage your USA. That's what USA said and I'm tomokuli. They should not make that mistake. So special prosecutor, NPP, Ebre, Eto Ghana.
Doc, I think Doc Ahumano Hanikaka. I don't know the side of. Okay, Doc, make your submission. Right. I think Doc Ahumane Hanikaka, but opening Said. Now you were about. Yes. Not Doc Ahumane, so now I said Ahumane opening. Even though Doc in a submission, but you won't be all traffic.
It's so sad. What you mean, guy? And okay,
Me too.
it's so sad because say minimum say dog there minimum say I don't know about Canada. Na that dog go say wait no dear. Attorney General the president na appointing no na special prosecutor who appoints him.
Baba, the time, Manu. Doc,
Okay.
if you can hear me, you can join. Now continue the submission, opening Manunko until Doc comes in.
Okay. And you know, the another person can say I wasn't expecting Doc to say anything different from attacking. Say, who say Obi Kura na akọ try law na hwe. Ena law no abake side di pakro Ebi amu who no so say nanka nko gyina so che anka abusa no ma me say Oma we no ma me ensa special prosecutor ba ya benefit from. Say corruption tia Oma no ma me ensa. Since the special prosecutor has been there, the previous government, UTA auditor report, auditor general report, every year you feel sad. You feel sad. Say, I don't know what's the individuals be. It me to turn normal with that receipt every year and there. You need more so. Omotiho. You for muntu. You kwaton omufie no omajapade and kase oh. You turn a buying so. Edi atu the futu. Maybe the hosa. So, at the end, a special prosecutor office, you create here for the 8 to 9 years I year be the benefit and any day. I don't go doctor I bongo bar on cabin tray.
But that time, but your dog bar for the mommy. But
near Nano, young Fabi Fury Honomini, the benefit, sa office and the Maya, or no free say. And what's the cost one entertaining our office, now on your genuine about the case,
I first said a question to him, so Doc will answer your question.
Lawrence, share special prosecutor. You say, Martina Midu, on the first special prosecutor. Unim, and I am nominating Unim, you prosecuting the first. The current majority leader, no, you're corrupt. And you know where majority leader no. And you know your son. If you don't know the history, because share history no. The first person I know prosecuting the NDC. Yeah, never po. Yeah, to me. But me, someone who was a potential vice president for NDC. Kadatan komu winia kamatami by NDC. Who was a former attorney general. You're nominating Utmi Juma Eka say where the officer even made corruption. Look at what they are doing. And I'm surprised Minue Sabato glorify what his own party are doing. No UK on him UK system started here Juma. On him. Omun parties about corruption now. That can be said Minue Sabato Emma Campum and corruption. Because me the corruption there. And credit the corruption in political colors, minimum. Because Polski, say a name of a bree. Mimi, who your NDC, who your NPP, you know your corrupter. Can be born by say, chew me na bako. Who your NDC, who your corruption, chew. And then one say, only the order, ba. Can you say NDC, but I'm order, ye, Juma. Not quite a young person. Why do you say, oh, me baba your politics? No, we are bicycle. No, they are young kai. Say politics over here. Also my service. And yet, chrono, yes, over Yiska. But all an NDC by Nina, ye did it. A gimmick out with the upper power. Omuntimi prosecute obi ya. Ye na ye what to me. Say that you prosecute obi. Ye na ye history. Say that you prosecute NDC emo. Ku 4 time 2000 oba ye no. Otimichi Victor Solomon na awma DC crowd ye chutu mu. Na do so ba ye no so. Otimichi bafo boni mu. Echi umu tu mu. Otimichi prosecute said an amtamoklo mu na echi umu tu mu. And ye ku corruption. Ye nim corruption ne betima ye magana. And nun tina.
Sanko for ya okay can ya ye mutu. Was this special prosecutor office? And a mutu. Those names
David, me kind say.
No. Those names say no. Doctor, hold on. Those names you did mention now, no. A special prosecutor office in a mugum. And a attorney general office.
Me kind say special prosecutor no. A neutral institution. So if you are willing to fight corruption, this is the right place. Because who can say you know. You start to say a prosecutor in this room. Omeka say political persecution. NDC started. So prosecuting NPP. Every political persecution. So,
now your special prosecutor office and your prosecutor more. And that's the attorney general office.
Now you need special prosecutor computer. And you create special prosecutor.
So you
see. Special prosecutor purposely to fight corruption. No. You are mistaken.
You understand. Clearly,
special prosecutor, the special prosecutor is not only to jail. You are mistaken. Who needs special prosecutor, Jumano? And yet, prosecution. Attorney General is basically to prosecute corrupt. But special prosecutor is to prevent corruption.
Give me
prevention.
Give me 3 cases.
But it stated clear the functions of both offices.
Yes, that is what I'm telling you is that you are only using the end product of the special prosecutor, and you are talking about that. The special prosecutor is not only there to prosecute cases, but also to prevent corruption. So in case Obi, when was Obi by a corrupter, initially, that is the first place over reported. Quick number investigation to say Ajapa royalty say Eba Omuye the prosecutor, special prosecutor investigation, it didn't even come on. Wow. Then the special prosecutor office in New Orleans, ka Epia, a true, Kagana Belusiska. Wow. So don't they change the special prosecutor no? To say Attorney General. No. It has a special duty to prevent corruption. It has a corruption background.
Are you
special prosecutor
Doctor, are you been following Attorney General auditor report?
I've been following.
For the past years. Are you been following?
So it's sad. You are supposed to even support it.
So well, I don't understand you. The office is there. The office is.
He was saying that
the office is there, and the
they should give Attorney General power.
Until now, there is no such benefit, and you say we should continue to.
Okay, gentlemen. Now let's look at some of the contradictions between the powers of the Attorney General. But have you guys taken a look at the section 42 of the Office of the Special Prosecutor? The section 42.
Why, like media, I've make my views clear to you. Say, I'm not in support of that office, you know. It is a be crowd why. Because media, maybe share the benefit or buy what the Amagana for. And clearly, no, you and I know say video because my auditor report, so auditor general report, so for the past years. For the past year since our NPP ever down the line till now, and call from every year a cost. So what then do you tell me say your office be or protecting corruption? Tell me, so clearly, no Dr. Abongo, all wrong. And you say, oh, me, MPPD, yani at this office in the buyer, yan pinning or yin free her, regardless. Sign up person watch but he knows in his heart to say, the office, the purpose of the office, is not in the service. Ghanaians are not benefiting from that office. Included the main person, lawyer Kusia Jabin. And then the lawyers for the deputies. I'm gonna benefit from that office, because clearly, say for the past 6 years down the line, now Auditor General report every year economy under the leadership of NPP. Now seen that we motenasia share accountability or more year amount for the eba the balance in eba. Now we tie bia no wasi utrase, and you tell me say you was special prosecutor office. Special prosecutor office was created said the beya ebe corruption ase. Said the beya ebe nipa bi yachi nipa bi atuma ma obu say and no man ba ku mienu omo ye no and twaye ba minua wo de Cecilia da pa kra ye mfato ho ekowie sai Cecilia da pa wo de ye mfato ho ekowie sai. And let me tell you, Ghana nkwa na ye omanya ye timi konye sika ewo will be them regardless. Na ye jai ni panama ni fesika no. Minua busa wo say amanone. We any coke ne no ma amanfo de ba. Any sika amanfo de ba ye gye no airport no. Busa wo say omu de kogu apu mu ana. Ye de ya oman ni ye. Ye de ya oman ni ye. Enti ha me say even included agrada okoye for 1 year. Nanka agrada ye oman ye serious agrada ebeba no. Nanka ne japade na abaya frozen ni na atonton. Sa wan chesika ne ma wo mokra na omo ne agrada wo beef na. Enka wo disika ne beto Ghana futum. Na no wa serve example ama others no. Obama no ne asa ne ye. Until say Roman Abramovich ni team Chelsea yaton ya frozen assets ewo UK. Until ye say amanoni bebre ya frozen obi accounts when you see ya frozen assets. This is what they do, and they make sure say sasika no timabufo no be benefit already. Abai pesika de aya de dada. Enti no be set example. Enu di ehu bebo nipa bi. Enu no who say ade ba ko ewa abrofo no ne ye niemu no. Abrofo no obo ye no mani bebre just to scare even you say ade we de me ya say na meranika. Ya be chime. Ya chime nso a de ekuta me ne ya beje. Ya je nso a ye nkoto ntwene. Na emom ya di beye bibi ama kroman na benefit nti say aban kura na ti sika koto bibi a sa atam no ya nya bi free. Ya nkoto bibiem. But mentias ya say Dr. Eddie Way so babeya amanyosem. I find it so hard to believe. Say, why did special prosecutor case here individual that they call to challenge the authority? Now call to the case that the special prosecutor has not that kind of authority. All this why. And the jano. It is about mente Dr. Adongo say Obana obe attacking even to refer Jerry John Rollins a time I will know Yanko Paton and Safre no time. Oh yes, Anna. Nanka wama yenjina so ntia this office any kwasi yekuno. But this office has been there for the past 7 or 6 years. And me who the benefit be etimidia but me who big fish be office way by nipane yetimi de na abra formula.
Right. But for some reasons, we would have to move on to the next topic. What do you have to say about the grassroots elections and the when we talk about the grassroots activism now? Where will is the timetable for your upcoming elections now? How is it going so far? If you can summarize.
Oh, well, so far so good. This year, the diaspora timetable about UK the account be. I'm say by May, June, no, na branch elections. We na by September, October, no, na chapter there. I follow up, and I'm say we call Ghana so and a tier from branch to the constituency. So sana so but obi bebusa say you groom from the grassroots na ubenya opportunity na pa because me say I could say uhwe ye niwe dubiase DC ya wo sisi ya wawo NDC mu ache from level from say grassroots to sa many fee or serve as a secretary chair obey chairman and on the DC of the constituency. No, we muntina you need to join a branch, then you join the you can say constituency. Na bibi ba party na afya so na wa reward because yeah jumano na we but obia obeka kire wo say grassroots hu here. Obi obeka kire wo say oh and that yeah amanyo sam no wo yakura wo benefit bibia wo mo ye yenhwe wo no na odada wo hwe menua nipa na manipa ye nipa. There is no way yani ayekwa ye be na your fans your followers amona me ye nipa untimi ye nipa or that followers even over advanced countries who call US over UK ha two parties and the dominate way kono we aba over higher consecutive labor oko US a Democrat Republican enye nipa de to aba mo amo to aba mo no omo kokko mo mu na sika ana omo ba omo ye bibi papa bi mo enti grassroots adwuma no wo ya na wayu yem na waye award bi ba ana reward bi ba na won so aye den ebi aka ye bo udin kura na obi a me say ni wadubiase DC ye bo ni din included those of the NPPs. They think say well deserved because wa several party no ni community na ye den ache entiminua timetable aba UK ye de ka ho if you want to see no ka say so registration ewo honoma up to 24th of April. Say 24th of April amene ka say eno na ebeba wiye say opesa obeye member of branch say oye North London branch area bi a wo bi a ende nyankopon adom UK ha your branches base 27 branches. Just last week Saturday no there were branch ya could be no for Friday from Bedford ye could be here and on the back ho 27 many will say 28 is on board ebia Southampton enti egusu a ye ko ekoyenim to UK and Ireland ha ye were branches all over across many areas ehono ene ye ba beto sa ba na free na ufri hono because me North London branch communication officer. They say I don't want to be in the branch anymore. Me move ako chapter ako ye adwuma ewo chapter because me who me ho say baby amaye mama nyo se madru no my front line politics ache I need to be in front chapter no so no I know na front but untimi nkwa chapter prekopa abra a wonya bibi wo branch so obi a wutie mi a wo pese wo ye full member of NDC you have something to give no. This is the time. The registration is up to 24th of April. Baby, I will be a miente on Casa or North London, so south, so east, so west, a whole nine branch or Oko Coventry, Oko Birmingham, Oko Bedford, Menu Kaye, Oko Manchester, Oko Glasgow. You will be a honum. Oba, you can say Cambridge, a honeymoon na your branches a day. Ewo honoma we ye Ghana ni na wadi je NDC ho a obetimi I register na watimi wonso watimi ababedom NDC no na abato aye ba so no wonso watimi anya kwan na watimi up to be na sɛ wo nso wɔ biribi to give a watumi ajoin a branch wo nso watumi time will be so sɛ wopɛ position bi a wo nso watumi ayi wo asi hɔ na amanfo aboa nti saa nso na ɛkɔ so ɛwɔ Ghana nso na yɛbɛsrɛ sɛ ɛyɛ branches no ɛno na make it the strong of the party no without branches no party ni hɔ because branches no even during the election ɔmo na yɛ adwuma yɛkɔyɛ campaign wɔ New Edibiase constituency okosi assembly members for no so ɔmo yɛ branch members no ɔmo aboa nipa no no akɔna no ɔmo akɔkasa no waka de NDC wɔma ɔmo saa pɛpɛpɛ without them no you cannot even mobilize nipa so obi amfa no ho hyɛ mu bi na timetable number across the globe na yɛntimi fight na yɛntimi ngi NDC ntena hɔ na yɛmbɔ NDC ho ban na NDC ntimi nyɛ adwuma nkyɛ na ɛnoma papa a ɛsi NDC aban ani so no yɛtimi ayɛ amatimamufoɔ ho ayɛ dɛn ahenha wɔ me de bia ya na meka me de anolomi abɛma
me de ase we de enchena yedi dwumedi na baby na mamebody to watching and listening from Achim Himan. I love the show. We if you are sampa hene buachi and eba so na frimpon befi says Comrade Sabato the incoming deputy communications officer NDC UK Ireland chapter go high if you frimpon before neighbor sounds on a Sky Fact. I say guys please Sky Fact be steady pa kweku yebu say Dr. Abongo, in his usual lies, the big push is pushing the elephant into the bush. Dennis and Daban says, doing the monitoring from the Upper West region, great show. The primary health care is going to be overhaul the health system in Ghana. It solves issues of lack of access, funding gap, and the infamous no bed syndrome. We from Dennis one that's it. Sasuna Dibodi was a Sabato on fire. Okay, me Father Peter Hasler says, good evening. Watch Lawrence. Bajo UK saying Entebia Sabato being home. Sasuna Nyami Abiu says, agree. Sabato, you are on point. Watching from Kwanta in the Uti region. Nyami Abiu and Kase. Nyami Kwanta from what say. Jaframa TV says, greetings from Rara in Uti. Thank you for the collaboration. Rara for Yadamasepa, Munkoswana Mumbo Jumediano. Ewo Mohon my Mumad Median in Pitch, and I won't share so. NDC Diaspora Union says, great show watching from Amsterdam, Holland. NDC for the Diaspora Union for Inana Kamuabu Momodio Mudiaban. So Moshe Holland. Right, Sabe Peso. I think Djibodi Epwa says on fire, give us more education. NDC is the only political party which with development in its agenda, watching from Sunyani, we for Djibodi Epwa. Another one says the mandate of the OSP was not clearly defined. The government need to take it back to Parliament. If Djibodi Epwa Hona Eba. I don't know if we've still got some more of the messages, but the best here, opening Sabato, Meda was say for your time, for your contribution, for the education and everything. But where the smart back on Tiado from your mama in
yo me kasa me bubodi ya ebi ana obi antini dinti me chia e kan say me amedie me ni Edibiase phone na ene NDC phone na me kan tom say akono omon koswa na omon kuna odona ewo omuntem na eno na me yedi nkunim no yem koswa na yem maintain sa unity na ewe yentem no na yem fight for 2028 and beyond and what we stand for as a NDC na yem make sure so say ye betimi ahwe ye ho so ye dani na yema yapomuden ho ehia ye exercise kakra na yehwe ye didie mu nso ye. So, Minia, thank you so much for the opportunity. And like I said, I'm most grateful for the Ghana Today, the crew members, your producers, and each and everyone. More Edimi campaign, say the Deputy Communication Officer of the UK and Ireland. But now say, and then thank you.
Piao. And now the kind of now can say Mushe, Mapomudi, Pacho and Dra at the launch of the free primary health care, the president MIT says moi moon didn't tell me the demo exercise. Muso and I'm a office here from my hand to know upon no what's now come up with you. Ubefia now be so a on Kabenkuma Undino. I'm the video my director boy and come on, but we president in a kind, you understand? President Musundi Bempunemo Manajo, Sakom do Anuti. Yeah, Mama Ghana first why I am a president and a healthcare person on the educated and president.
I just take you walk, do some exercise, then take you walk, yes,
Lawrence, Sobato, based on the principles, based on the principles, no, the philosophy, no.
Russia, one network.
It's Sabato, based on the principle, NDC, Oma Baba promising Ghanaians, some be poor Ghanaians, Ombe see e-blocks, one time yet. And so Ghanaians are man. And Ghanaians are money to me. One of NDC since 1992. Since 1992, Lawrence, since 1992,
Doctor,
Omubai and almost almost fighting corruption. NDC NPP Libya.
Well, before I ever Doc, what's your brief on the timetable for the grassroots elections?
Obi contesting
Lawrence, answer maybe your honor. Answer maybe your honor. Mommy ending the point to you. Mommy ending the point about corruption. Because I don't know them are commercial. Oh, me Russia here. I want to go forever. Omai Mugabe. Omai Mugabe or Russia. Omai Mugabe or Russia. Russian branch Omai Mugabe. Almost say me call unopposed. Almost say me call unopposed. Putin could sponsor me. Putin also me make president could sponsor me. Unopposed. Yeah. Me say Sabato based on the principle no.
Because of the vice chairman contest in the Ghana.
Vice chairman.
And then NPP no be
me chairman of Russia on say me vice. Me chairman of Russia. Me chairman of Russia.
Obia also a cover vice chairman. Obia also a cover vice chairman. The vice chairman position where NPP na how many seats?
Me say 3. 3.
3 Obia also a cover vice chairman.
3.
Nana B, Mustafa Hamid. Ansana ya papa ya owo
3. It is a nipa 5 kokura na 3 na be wini. Because your first vice, your second vice, and your third vice.
It's a papa.
It's a nipa 6 kokura na, nipa 6 kokura na and then must say party no emu de. Party where the organizing yeah building party.
Grassroots so far NPP na muti saying maybe point doc with the body to mommy.
Oh, grassroots emu de. Just say who say e be police stations in the NDC membership no. Ebi mu register online etuya dues. Ebi see that. Na me say NPP I'm not for register so no more rush it. Eti police station chairman executives na me for trumika. Ebi mu custom ko register, ebi mu kokra na ebia. Police station chairman in New Honoma no say or the book na see. That is how Ghanaians feel NPP. That's how Ghanaians means NPP. Say see youth no. Oma who say NPP na ye party a obetima de agi omu atne baby ye. Oma who say NDC omu ni vision for the youth. Omu ni any policy because omu the 133 by. Say baby 133 you need left and right, you need front. And the teachers na ya form we juma no. Say no omu to yum no. Jo mama odi yaka. Aruna reduce odi yaka. After forcing odi yaka. What the teachers for worker? Omuntu to teachers a car. And to the Ghanaian youth no.
Why can't you be specific? Why can't you be specific? Ekaway ewo hoda bay. Why can't you be specific? Ekaway ewo hoda bay.
Musi ekane ewo hoda bay.
You
answer. Ewo hoda bay.
You don't even
ewo hoda bay. Ewo hoda bay.
No, Minia. And that mete or Baba Bako so started Juma 18 months in. Bako so started Juma 22 months in. Clearly, no.
Okay. Okay. Lawrence, let's be so. Yeah, power no. Yeah, free power no. Yeah, free power no. How many months here? Yeah, free power no. How many months here?
Okay, say.
Yeah, free power. How many months here?
Okay, see ya buy.
From January to December, 12 months. January, February, March, March, April, 4 months, 16 months. And it's also 18 months. That means 8 and 2 months. Poly, 16 months. How do you defend this? If you say 24 months, Kurana, 24 months, 18 months. 18 months you have been in power, you can't pay. So how do you compare 18 months?
I'm not in support to say. I'm not in support
3 months. No.
Even say 1 week, I'm not in support. But
you are supporting, you are endorsing it, and you are even making it that in 22 months. Who of them bracket teachers want to say 18 months?
There was no financial clearance. These are the people that they come once. These are the people that free one. I'm going to say lose election. And I'm going
to me 133 now. Mo promise you, Mono come here. Going to at you, Moka. And 419 no. It's me 5 no. Kura Muslim you, Moka. And another promise 133 no.
So clearly,
one who
clearly,
and another promise 133.
No matter how
NDC never again.
No matter how
deceptive NDC. Oh, NDC. Ghana youth, Mutio. Almost say near employer with teachers for no. NDC near employer muna without clearance no. And Mutina Mutio Moka. And Mutio Mokano. These are the people who promise it.
Always
133. David, Unoka. Why you say I employ without clearance? Don't you ya?
So bad.
What you employ without clearance? Don't you ya? Ghanaian you teachers for no more campaign against NPP. Mom and campaign, my voter, teachers not. Graduate teachers, Munkayo, remember us.
We are putting
2028. Remember us. Remember Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. Remember NPP. Don't let this deceptive party come to deceive you. Omo have power 18 months. 18 months. Omo to teachers. 18 good months. Now to Omo yesika koto abobo ya. Prague somebody ambulance. Prague somebody ambulance. Concert party. Hey, NDC. Where did you get wrong? That Prague way. Sabato. Okay. Prague na mudi by ambulance. Ade, yeah mudi. Prague. Prague. Sabato. No.
And the Wuko Ghana,
no. Sabato.
And they are Pragianum. I know they are Pragianum. So the primary health care.
Who are you can one Pragiada? Who are you can? One said in Prague, yeah, ambulance that. And I didn't have one
third world country.
Then I advance so. Yeah, developing country. Yeah, poor country. Yeah, developing country. At this time, I say, the helicopter. Ibrahim Mama. What my flight? Ibrahim Mama, individual. An individual have given us plane, a flight for medical. Me say, Ibrahim Mama, a single individual have given us a flight for health purposes. And the whole government, you are buying Prague.
Bring new ideas on board. For purpose, say one pen on my phone on board. Not debate in there. My mom for feel say about your debate. Let them hear new things.
I'm debating. We can't hear what Ghana for near Ghanaians.
All the time, I hear NPP near NDC. That be
me can't hear Ghanaians. I don't know who here NDC NPP. More pump president for the coup. More pump.
Because and that's who baby or Ghana now who told faster. Some motor Pragano, and the
Yeah. Sabato.
because of
Ubwa.
lack of traffic.
Russia. Russia, the helicopter. Russia, the helicopter.
Understanding of the primary health care. No?
Primary health care.
Annie.
Primary health care, yeah, Prague. Primary health care, yeah, Prague. Primary health care, Mami Chiro. Primary health care is what NPP was doing. You build more hospitals. Agenda 1111. Neighbor. So beside me, Mommy, you are no. If you build those hospitals, the nurses that you can employ them. Nurses now or health professionals now. You employ them in those locations. So that if I need primary health care, I can just walk to my district hospital and take primary medical health care. It's ABC, as simple as ABC. And you're Prague. One more be corrupt. Single source. One more be seeker. One more appointee be seeker. So Uncle Tosa, Prague and Bra. We will prosecute them. All those who took our money to go and buy Prague here, we will prosecute them. All those who went to buy that Prague here, we will prosecute them.
Do some homework.
Mukoto 207. Mukoto 207.
Let's bring new ideas, fresh ones.
But not Prague here. Don't support Prague here. Don't support. We are in UK. Don't support Prague here. You are in UK. You are in advanced country. Condemn the Prague here. So condemn the Prague here.
Next week,
you are in UK. You are in UK. Condemn the Prague here.
Politics are too about you.
Me say.
Yeah, what kind of? Yeah, the acquire politics are too about you. So you
Prague here. Me fan Prague here and fan yes sir. So 2028 ba. 2028 ba. You better two Prague here na mamu. Prague here you better two mamu.
Now, yeah, the acquire too about you we. Yeah, the ayah
Prague pa. Now who gonna force Prague here?
For new ideas, bra.
Prague here. Sabato Aden. Yatraho Sabato. Oh my friend.
The greatness that is within us will always outweigh the injustices that have been visited against us. Despite what we've been through for centuries, our survival is a testament to that fact. In closing, I would like to offer this quote by Nelson Mandela. And he says, "Our human compassion binds us the one to the other, not in pity or patronizing, but as human beings who have learned how to turn our common suffering into hope for the future. Truth begins with language." Ladies and gentlemen, excellencies, tomorrow we vote on a historic resolution that will be another step in the journey of establishing truth. We stand united as Africans, whether on the continent or any part of the world, and link up with people of conscience around the world to seek truth and justice and restore the dignity and humanity of victims of the slave trade. This is a resolution of destiny. And I hope all of you will vote tomorrow to establish truth so that together we can pass this historic resolution and finally acknowledge the full horrors of these transgressions against humanity of the approximately 15 million human beings who were enslaved. I thank you very much for your attention.